Edward's Day Out. Once upon a time there was a little engine called Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. They said, "The driver won't choose you again. He wants big, strong engines like us." Edward hadn't been out for a long time, and he began to feel sad. Just then the driver and fireman came along to start work. The driver looked at Edward and said, "What's the matter? Are you feeling sad? Would you like to come out today? And Edward said, "Oh yes, please." So the fireman lit the fire and made a nice lot of steam. Then the driver pulled the lever and Edward puffed away. And he blew his whistle. "Look at me. Look 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 at me." The other engines were very cross at being left behind, and away went Edward to get some coaches. "Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me." At last Edward found the coaches, and they said, "Oh, please be careful, Edward. Don't bump and bang us like the other engines do." So Edward came up to the coaches very, very gently. And the shunter fastened the coupling. The coaches were very pleased. "Thank you, Edward. That was kind. We are glad you're taking us today." Then they went to the station where the people were waiting. "Here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are, come along, get in quickly, please." So the people got in quickly, and Edward waited happily for the guard to blow his whistle and wave his green flag. He waited and waited, and there was no whistle and no green flag. Edward was getting anxious. Where is that guard? The driver and fireman asked the station master, "Have you seen the guard?" "No." They asked the porter, "Have you seen the guard?" Yes, last night." Edward began to get cross. Are we ever going to start? Just then a little boy shouted, "Here he comes!" And there the guard was, running down the hill with his flags in one hand and a sandwich in the other. He ran onto the platform, blew his whistle, and jumped into his van. Edward puffed off. "Here we go, shh, shh, here 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 we go, shh, shh." He did have a happy day. All the children ran to wave as he went past, and he met old friends at all the stations. He worked so hard that the driver promised to take him out again next day. And he told the other engines in the shed that night, "I'm going out again tomorrow. What do you think of that? But he didn't hear what they thought, for he was so tired and happy that he fell asleep at once.
One of the engines in Edward's shed was called Gordon. He was very big and very proud. "You watch me this afternoon, little Edward," he boasted, "as I rush through with the express. That'll be a splendid sight for you." Just then his driver pulled the lever. "Goodbye, little Edward," said Gordon as he puffed away. "Look out for me this afternoon." Edward liked shunting. It was fun playing with trucks. He would come up quietly and give them a pull. "Oh, oh, 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 oh," screamed the trucks. "Whatever is happening?" Edward played till there were no more trucks. Then he stopped to rest. Presently he heard a whistle. Gordon came puffing along, very slowly and very crossly. Instead of nice shining coaches, he was pulling a lot of very dirty coal trucks. "A goods train, a goods train, a goods train," he grumbled. "The shame of it, the shame of it, the shame of it." He went slowly through, with the trucks clattering and banging behind him. Edward laughed. Soon afterwards a porter came and spoke to his driver. "Gordon can't get up the hill. Will you take Edward and push him, please?" They found Gordon halfway up the hill and very cross. His driver and fireman were talking to him severely. "You're not trying," they told him. "I can't do it," said Gordon. "The noisy trucks hold an engine back so. If they were coaches now, clean, sensible things that come quietly, that would be different." "We've come to push," he said. "No use at all," said Gordon. "You wait and see. Peep, peep. I'm ready," said Edward. "Poop, poop, poop, no good," grumbled Gordon. "I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it," puffed Gordon. "I will do it, I will do it, I will do it," puffed Edward. "Can't do it, I will do it, I can't do it, I will do it, I can't do it, I will do it," they puffed together. Edward pushed and puffed and puffed and pushed as hard as ever he could, and almost before he realized it, Gordon found himself at the top of the hill. "I've done it, I've done it, I've done it," he said proudly. He didn't wait to say thank you. Edward had pushed so hard that when he got to the top he was out of breath. He ran on to the next station, and there the driver and the fireman said they were very pleased with him. The driver said, "I'll get out my paint tomorrow and give you a beautiful new coat of blue. Then you will be the smartest engine in the shed."
The sad story of Henry. Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and squeaked through its funnel and never came out again. The engine's name was Henry. His driver and fireman argued with him, but he wouldn't move. He said,
No, I shan't come out, so there. The rain will spoil my lovely green paint with red stripes. No.
The guard blew his whistle till he had no more breath, and waved his flags till his arms ached. But Henry stayed in the tunnel and blew steam at him.
Go away. Go away. I'm not going to spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes for you.
The passengers came and argued too, but Henry would not move.
No. No. Leave me alone.
A fat director who was on the train told the guard to get a rope.
Fetch a rope, will you? That's right. Now, Henry, we will pull you out.
But Henry only blew steam at him and made him wet.
Leave me alone.
They hooked the rope on, and all pulled except the fat director.
My doctor has forbidden me to pull, don't you know?
They pulled and pulled and pulled, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Then they tried pushing from the other end. The fat director said,
1, 2, 3, push!
But he didn't help himself. He said,
My doctor has forbidden me to push.
They pushed and pushed and pushed, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. At last, another train came. The guard waved his red flag and stopped it. The 2 engine drivers, the 2 firemen, and the 2 guards went and argued with Henry.
Look, Henry, it's stopped raining. Yes, but it'll begin again soon, and what would become of my green paint with red stripes then?
So they brought the other engine up, and it pushed and puffed, and puffed and pushed, as hard as ever it could. But still Henry stayed in the tunnel. So they gave it up, and the fat director told Henry,
"We shall leave you there for always and always and always."
They cut a new tunnel through the hill, they took up the old rails, and they built a big brick wall in front of Henry. Now Henry can't get out, and he watches the trains rushing through the new tunnel. He's very sad because no one will ever see his lovely green paint with red stripes again. But I think he deserved it, don't you?
Edward and Gordon often went through the tunnel where Henry was shut up. Edward would say, "Peep, peep," and Gordon would say, "Poop, poop, poop." Poor Henry had no steam to answer. His fire had gone out. Soot and dirt from the tunnel roof had spoilt his lovely green paint and red stripes. He was cold and unhappy, and wanted to come out and pull trains too. Gordon always pulled the express. He was proud of being the only engine strong enough to do it. There were many heavy coaches full of important people, like the fat director who had punished Henry. "Trickety-trock, trickety-trock, trickety-trock," said the coaches. Gordon could see Henry's tunnel in front. In a minute he thought, "I'll poop, poop, poop at Henry," and rushed through and out into the open again. Closer and closer he came. He was almost there when... whee! He was in a cloud of steam and going slower and slower. His driver stopped the train. "What's happened to me?" asked Gordon. "I feel so weak." "You've burst your safety valve," said the driver. "You can't pull the train any more." "Oh dear," said Gordon. "We were going so nicely too. Look at Henry laughing at me." Gordon made a face at Henry and blew smoke at him. Everybody got out and came to see Gordon. "Pff," said the fat director. "I never liked these big engines, always going wrong. Send for another engine at once." The only engine left in the shed was Edward. "I'll come and try," he said. Gordon saw him coming. "That's no use," he said. "Edward can't pull the train." Edward puffed and pulled and pulled and puffed, but he couldn't move the heavy coaches. "I told you so," said Gordon rudely. "Why not let Henry try?" "Yes," said the fat director, "I will." "Will you help pull this train, Henry?" he asked. "Yes," said Henry at once. "Oh, I'm so stiff. Oh, I'm so stiff," he groaned. Henry came back feeling better, and they put him in front. "Peep, peep," said Edward, "I'm ready." "Peep, peep, peep," said Henry, "so am I." Pull hard, pull hard," puffed Edward. We'll do it, we'll do it," puffed Henry. The heavy coaches jerked and began to move, slowly at first, then faster and faster. "You've done it, hooray, you've done it, hooray, you've done it, hooray," sang the coaches. Edward and Henry went home quietly. All three engines are now great friends. Wasn't Henry pleased when he had his new coat? He's very proud of it, as all good engines are.